Sir Tony Robinson, 76, once described himself as a Republican but says his attitude has become much more complex following Queen Elizabeth's extraordinary service. As for King Charles, Tony says his opinion of him has changed too. The Blackadder star said, "Charles, clearly is a man of integrity. We've all given him so much stick over the decades. But he did seem a bit of a twit, all the stuff that he was saying about what is now a central issue to us, the environment, just seemed like a mad old man talking to trees." And now, an awful lot of what he said was profoundly prescient. And although I don't necessarily agree with him about modernist architecture, nevertheless, he was continually looking at the world around him, he added to Jane Garvey and Fee Glover on Times Radio's Off-Air podcast. Tony, who was knighted in 2013, also explained how the Queen changed his views on the monarchy. He said he is able to recognize that for 70 years this rather extraordinary, demure woman was our queen. Praising the late monarch, the Time team presenter continued, "She did an extraordinary job on holding our country together at a time when it could have fractured much more than it did. I also recognize that there is a great deal of love and affection, both for her and the kind of pomp that surrounds her. And it seems to me that it would be rather boorish to chop Charles' head off, for instance, which might have happened had we been French in the 18th century." Nevertheless, Tony does still have some huge issues with the monarchy. Among those are, whether or not the monarch should be able to affect and even change our legislation. Whether our monarch should be in charge of one sect of one religion, which gives it a head start, doesn't it? And its representative should be in the House of Lords and not elsewhere. Don't miss. Newsreader Jon Snow talks fatherhood at 75. His mum is very hands-on. Insight, Amanda Holden goes braless after struggling with skimpy top pictures. EastEnders legend says Hess now working at Family's newsagents, latest, and whether they should have enormous amounts of money and not pay tax on it. All of those things worry me intensely. You can listen to Tony's full interview on Times Radio's Off-Air podcast here.